You know that 1 billion people is switching from card payments to instant payments. My name is Maxim. I'm the CTO of MiaPOS, a project that will accelerate this change. More than 100 countries already have instant payment systems set up. And for example, Pix in Brazil has moved over 5 billion transactions last month, while UPI in India in the same time moved more than $250 billion. And this change is also coming to Europe and United States. In these regions, banks already have the access to instant payment systems, but they lack the last mile solution that is they can offer to their merchants. That's why their merchants are still stuck with card acceptance, paying high fees and waiting for settlement for several days. MiaPOS is the solution for these problems. Think of us as a card processing suite that is natively built for accepting instant payments. With us, the banks can launch instant acquiring within weeks, not months or years. And unlike other fintechs, we do not bypass banks. We leave banks winners in this change. We offer a dual business model. We offer a dual business model. The first one is based on the transaction revenue, based on transaction fee revenue. The second one is based on on-premises installation, where the revenue is generated by the number of POS devices active in the systems. The market in instant acquiring is measured in trillions, and we are aiming to obtain a part of it measured in $50+ billion within the next 3 to 5 years. And after that, the network effects will accelerate this change. We are not pitching you just a deck. We are pitching you a business. We already have 10 banks and 3 PSPs signed up with us. We have 5,000 merchants active in the system, and we have already generated 300 case revenue last year. We are looking for $1.5 million to raise, and we will use that as an 18-month runway focused on MENA region and Balkans. We are also looking for connections with local banks because this is where the real value is unlocked. So the change is coming. The MiaPOS is the right platform for it. There is only one question. Are you in? Thank you.
How many of you have a friend or family member who had a surgery in recent years? In a way, they were lucky, because 5 billion people globally don't have access to safe surgical care. And there's over 140 million extra surgeries needed every year to prevent disability or even death. For clinics, this means that they're losing out on a $57 billion opportunity because the cost of surgery is too high. On top of that, they don't have enough trained surgeons. And on top of that, many healthcare facilities are simply poorly equipped. Now, this is what our competition offers to the surgeons these days. Bulky equipment that forces the surgeons to work off 2D screens. And on top of that, it's cost prohibitive for 70% of clinics in the developing markets. Argus AI is a software solution for mixed reality goggles. We transform CTs and MRIs of patients into full immersive 3D models overlaid directly onto the patient in the surgeon's field of view. This leads to shorter surgeries, saves operating room time, which translates in additional savings and revenue, and leads to faster resident training. We started testing our solution in Moldovan and Romanian clinics. So this is the footage from one of those 50 real surgeries that we've done. A surgeon from Romania reported that a complex case that he expected would take 8 hours took only 4.5 hours, and that's due to the clarity that we provide to them. And now we have a waiting list of over 20 surgeons from renowned institutions such as Stanford Medicine, Cleveland Clinic, and Liv Hospital. Our 75 million sum, that's 5 selected surgical specialties from Romania, Turkey, and Taiwan. We're going to make money through yearly licensing and usage-based pricing. Speaking of go-to-market, on the left you see my co-founder, a world-class neurosurgeon, a PhD, pitching Argus on one of the largest European neurosurgical conferences. We also partner with huge student medical organizations, and we have medical software and training companies as our partners to penetrate the target markets. We've raised 100K and got a pre-approval for another 120. We got partnerships that help us deploy in those target markets. We were selected as the best Moldovan startup last year by MITP, and we came second at the Draper University Hero Program last summer in Silicon Valley. With three co-founder team, the neurosurgeon who lives the problem, the computer vision CTO who's driving the core technology, and myself driving the execution and partnerships. We're raising €500,000 pre-seed. That's to finish the product into a scalable version, achieve medical certification, and do first 30K in sales. Now, if you're an investor, a hospital leader, or you know decision makers in surgery, help us enable the next 100 million surgeries in the next 10 years. Please scan the QR code, and let's build this together.
So this is where you lose 30% of your revenue and is dying. Every customer from a restaurant to a hospital lose one or three leads just because nobody picks this phone in time. On the outbound, you have work that directly brings money back to the company, like cold calling, overdue parent reminders, follow up with leads. There are never enough people, and hiring an extra agent means minimum $1,000 a month and 3 weeks of training. So we've seen this problem across different industries. I exited an e-commerce company that I worked for 10 years, my co-founder a marketing agency, so we know this market from the inside. Yeah. So, there are many voice AI tools in the market, but almost all of them just give you the voice part and leave you to manage a chaotic stack of disconnected apps, where months of expensive developer work to assemble it together. Kalina works differently. Every call feeds into a unified customer profile, so Kalina knows who is calling, what they asked last time, what should happen next. So when a car dealer company tells Kalina, find me all the customers who might buy this Mercedes, Kalina searches into their data, calls the clients, books the test drive, feeds all the data into the CRM. So you wake up with a deal, not with a list of tasks. On the top of that, we're literally building the open claw for every business call. Because you just have to tell to Kalina in your plain language what you want to do, and it will set herself up. All the workflows, the logic, and the follow-up for the client. So we have Kalina, you talk to it, she runs the entire platform, and she talks to your customers. So within 6 months since launching, we have 15 paying customers across 5 countries and an enterprise pipeline worth over 82,000 euros per month, including public institutions. And clients usually start with freemium model. They test one use case and then scale. At $8 per month versus $25 for a human, companies cut their phone costs in half. We have a sushi, a restaurant chain, saved more than 3,000 € in just their first month because they put an agent for confirming orders. So our customer acquisition cost is less than $50 because Kalina does her self-outreach. So the product sells the products. We have referral partnerships signed, enterprise pilots expanding, and white labor requests from Saudi Arabia from call centers. So within 2 years, with these channels, we will reach 10 million ARR.
Thank you. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how we're redesigning the industry of private security. So think about bottled water. Sorry. 50 years ago, no one sold it, no one bought it, even though it was free, it is still free. But anyway, if you are paying for it, then you can have it in the right volume, in the right temperature, right place. Think about public transportation. It's relatively free, cheap, you can get it. But if you're in a hurry, there is a raining day or you are carrying your child, then probably you need something on demand, immediate, and personal. So you are calling an Uber. Safety. Police is protecting every one of us, but they can't stand near everyone. So we have the bodyguards, which is 24/7 and thousands of dollars every month, which you don't actually need. And between police and the private security and the bodyguards, there is a huge gap that we are filling with Gardy. Gardy is the Uber for private security. We're aggregating multiple private security companies in the same city to reach you in a 3-4 minutes time. So you tap a source button, our algorithm calculates the distance and the traffic, and see all the patrols around you and sends you only the fastest one. That crew gets all your information, your live location, photo, height, weight, and so on. So they can get to you very fast. We validated the product, the technology, and the business model. We get the 4 minutes response time, break even, and positive unit economics. And now the main limitation is the coverage. So we can sell it to only 700 people, 700K people in Chisinau. And now we're working to scale it. We created the scaling engine in Moldova, now testing it in Kazakhstan and Poland, and searching for the new market of 10 plus million serviceable market in 2026. So the playbook is ready, and the goal for this year is 20 million serviceable market and 100 million in 2028, with 1% penetration target and $10 a month, which is validated here in Moldova. We can get around 100 million RR. We're using extensively AI to reach out security companies in 26 countries at the same time. And on the marketing side to work with clients, selling, supporting, and retaining them. Everything to keep the investment less than 10 million to reach the IRR. The team, we are building and growing startups for more than 10 years. And I spent last 6 years in academia for behavior science and operations management, just to understand how to disrupt the last undisrupted market.
Hello everyone, my name is Marcel and I am building LyricFluent. LyricFluent is a mobile app which helps you learn languages using music. So your next favorite song can also be your next lesson. So there are many people learning languages, and there are many mobile apps out there. But we did some user research, and our onboarding confirms this, that the main reason English speakers learn Spanish is for the culture. And that is an element that is often ignored in language learning products. So we built a mobile app for learning languages with music. Music is culturally relevant. People already love it and listen to it for 4 hours a day. And now you can also achieve your goals by listening to it and having songs getting stuck in your head. And people love it. We just crossed 10,000 actively paying subscribers. And our best month was February with over $100,000 in sales. How it works. So we license lyrics and we integrate with streaming services to create a language learning experience. So learners would read the lyrics, study the translations, and then play Duolingo-type games based on these lyrics. I'm a software developer, and I built the first version of this app. And then I recruited Peter, who is a language teacher and an expert in social media with over 1 million followers across Instagram and TikTok. Together, we recruited another 30 influencers who post a combined 200 sponsored videos per month for us. And we learned what works on social media. So we posted in the last year over 2,000 sponsored videos, and that amassed over 100 million views combined. We learned what works. So the videos need to be entertaining, educational, and no hard selling. People prefer authentic integration of products in these videos. And there, people spend over $1 billion per year on language learning apps alone. So we still have a long way to grow. Our next focus is to improve retention and to expand to other languages. And we are planning to raise a funding round in 6 months, and we would love to start having conversations about that. Thank you very much.